Ohio Alliance for Retired Americans.
All right, now I am here with Norm of the Ohio Retired Alliance. Say it again, help me.
It's Ohio Alliance for
Retired
Retired
Americans. Let's say it together.
Ohio
Alliance for Retired Americans. Yes.
Got it.
And I'm here with Norm. And we're going to talk to Norm because I want to know about the Ohio Alliance for Retired Americans. What do you guys do?
The Alliance for Retired Americans nationally is engaged in the fight for retirement security. Here in Ohio, we have a large union base, and we've begun spreading that out into the community. And one of the things that was really good about what happened was a small conversation has turned into a community event. And now the Mahoning Valley People's Alliance has come together, individuals and organizations from throughout the community, not just the retirees of the labor movement, to talk about the issues that are really confronting us. How do we afford to retire? How with all the threats that are being thrown at us in DC and here in Columbus, what do we do? How do we come together as community to meld together the kinds of things that we've all want? In the labor movement, we fight for wages and decent working conditions. Now we're in a fight to just survive. Medicare and Medicaid are on the table. Their 61st birthday was there on July the 30th. We wanted to celebrate that and lift up what are the issues that are confronting that. How do you function in healthcare? The private sector didn't want us. That's why we created Medicare and Medicaid. Medicaid is for us as older Americans, it's our way to get long-term care. It's also the way many of our grandchildren get health care. It's the way 1/4 of all the babies born in the state of Ohio actually are born through the Medicaid healthcare system. That's what pays for it. So we want to show that we're not in contention between our grandchildren and us as retirees. The other thing that we're interested in is Social Security. It's our linchpin for retirement. It's that basic. Well, it's the basic thing that we all earn. It's what we put together for ourselves. In the 1930s, most of us were poor. As we walked into retirement, most of us didn't last that long because we didn't have health care. Retirement security depends upon Social Security as a base, a foundation. We took away most of the pensions. There are a few folks in the union movement that still have pensions, but many of us live with 401ks. The current system of Social Security needs to be improved. We don't need some backdoor deal done on the behalf of billionaires, which is what happened in the 1980s.
And how different is it now, or is it different?
Well, the problem of financing Social Security isn't really different than what it happened. Well, it is slightly different, but up until 1983, I paid for my dad. My son would pay for me out of our wages, out of our earnings. That Social Security kind of floated that way. In 1983, we all started paying forward. We started paying forward into a large trust fund. But we didn't capture folks like Les Wexner or Elon Musk's salary over $184,000. So the CEOs that closed the GM plant here in Lordstown, they stopped paying into Social Security. Anything earned over that $184,000, they don't pay in. We need to recapture 90% of the wages. That's only fair.
Can we do that?
That's what
is there hope for that to happen, for things on the 91st birthday of Social Security? Can we turn this thing back around to in the right direction?
Well, there are a lot of us who are in the fight, and people in let's put it this way. As Martin Luther King said, the arc of justice, the arc of I can't remember the quote, I'm sorry. It bends towards justice. It bends toward us winning. We can win this fight if we all do what we're doing here together, coming together, not just as labor, not just as community folks, good trouble, Trumbull, not just as individuals who've joined our table, not just as political people, but all of us together, pulling together, we can find this. Actually, there was an interesting thing that had happened a couple of weeks ago. A Republican and a Democrat from two ends of the spectrum actually thought that it was a good idea to scrap the cap, scrap that cap at $184,000, and capture those earnings.
Yes.
That's a start.
That's a
beginning.
Yeah.
We can do that, and by doing this kind of forum where we inform one another, lift up those issues, that's what the Alliance was formed to do.
Well, thank you. I'm going to ask you to share a message to folks that may not know all the language around Social Security or not sure how to understand or how to get involved in it. I want you to give them a message of how they can become involved in this fight. How can they help themselves, their families, their parents and grandparents keep their benefits so that they can still have a long, healthy life. I'm going to ask you to turn and go ahead and talk to them about I'm going to step out of the frame.
Okay. Social Security is our way of not only financing the base foundation for retirement, but it's there for us when we have a spouse die. It's there for us if we have a disability from our jobs. It is something we created because the private sector would not do that, would not fund us, would not protect us, would not give us enough wages so that we could have big bank accounts or big stock portfolios. Social Security was there for my mother when my father died at 48. It was there to protect my brothers and sisters when my mother died at the age of 62. It was there for my partner in a work circumstance. My buddy ended up with MS. It was there when he was 56 to protect his family so that he could retire in some dignity. And it was there for my wife and I as we retired, using the earnings that we put forward through our work lives. That's something to remember. It's not a handout. We created it from what we earn. And nobody ought to have their hands on it who can fritter it away on some crypto deal or think that they can bet the market and win. It shouldn't be privatized. We went through that in 2008. We saw many of our pension plans lose as much as 42%. Social Security is in a trust that we created for ourselves. We built up that trust to $2 point something trillion. It's there. We're spending it down now. We need to improve it, capture more wages. That fight can take place in just a simple call to members of Congress, whether it's David Joyce or Mr. Ruley. We need to have them understand. Some of us in the public sector fought for Social Security fairness, where they took away our right to our earned Social Security. A small group of people meeting on Zoom through the pandemic figured out a way to get to a lot of people across the country and built a movement. And the odd thing is that even the most conservative conservatives in the Congress of the United States voted to create Social Security fairness. That's what organized people speaking their minds and just being what, well, there's a biblical thing about this. Remember the story about Pharaoh and the Israelites? Well, one of the plagues that happened was the swarm of gnats. Well, we're the gnats. We got to keep in the ear of every member of Congress and every member in the legislature. There are lots of things down in Columbus that we can all speak to. Thank you.